first glance, these Brazilians in Sao Paulo, drumming and dancing in the street, may look like they're celebrating, but they're actually demanding the resignation of President Michel Temer after accusations of his involvement in yet another bribery scandal rocking Brazil.
We can't take even one more day under a regime that doesn't have any popular support and was not elected by vote. Enough. That's enough. We endured as much as we could, but we are going to pull this out by the roots. Enough, enough, it's over.
One of Brazil's largest newspapers, O Globo, reported that secret tapes exist of Temer allegedly approving bribes of $160,000 a week for the next 20 years, a total of nearly $154 million to be paid to the former Speaker of the House, Eduardo Cunha. Cunha is serving a 15-year sentence for his part in corruption at Brazil's state-run oil company Petrobras. He played a key role in former President Dilma Rousseff's impeachment in September, which allowed Temer to replace her without a public vote. The newspaper reports the tapes were submitted to prosecutors as part of a plea bargain by Josley and Wesley Batista. The part owners of Brazil's biggest meat company, JBS, are also accused of corruption.
Everyone steals, without exception, including the Workers' Party, the Brazilian Social Democrats Party, those that are in favor or against the government. Everyone is in the same mix.
Temer denied the claim in a statement issued soon after the allegations went public, but his words have done little to improve his single-digit approval rating or to calm Brazilian markets. Brazilian equities plunged 10% on the news, while a gauge of Brazilian stocks traded in the US fell 18% in early trading on Thursday. That's its third worst decline in history. And the Brazilian currency, the real, fell almost 8% against the US dollar. It's unclear whether Temer will emerge from this scandal with the presidency intact. Recent history suggests impeaching Brazilian presidents is a long process. The country's next presidential elections are scheduled for late 2018. If Temer steps down before then, the next in line would be Rodrigo Maia, head of the lower house of Congress. But even he is under investigation. Adefemi Akinsanya, TRT World.
Now, earlier I spoke to TRT World Editor-at-Large, Copetas in Miami, home to a large Brazilian expatriate population. He says many people there are busy taking their investments out of Brazil.
They're taking it with a big sigh. Remember, what Brazil has essentially run out of antibodies. It's a country that's lost all sense of order, and this most recent scandal, that follows the Petrobras, the meat production, the Olympic cost scandal, the World Cup, it goes on and on and on. Brazilians just see that the country is going down the drain, and this morning at Fogo de Chão, which is a Brazilian eatery here, where many obviously Brazilians gather for breakfast and lots of discussion, the topic really turned to how more and more people are going to be getting their money out of the country and trying to get citizenship elsewhere. It's a big topic here in Miami.
So Michel Temer's popularity levels have fallen roughly where they were at, for his predecessor, Dilma Rousseff's. If he is also impeached like her, what impact would that have on the Brazilian economy?
Well, the Brazilians I spoke with this morning aren't waiting around for that impact, which of course would be negative. It's actually quite interesting. The discussion this morning, there was a gentleman there from a company called ComReal, which is a Miami-based commercial real estate company. And what these people are specializing in now with Brazilians is this EB, employment-based U.S. visa, which eventually leads to a U.S. green card and citizenship. Essentially, you invest somewhere between $500,000 to $1 million, create 10 jobs, and bingo, you get a green card and can become a citizen. And one of the gentlemen there this morning who was talking to the Brazilians about this, John Leonardo, he's been doing this with people from China, South Korea, Taiwan, UK, and Hong Kong. And he says there's an uptick in Brazilians looking at this. And by the way, as it's not just Brazil, it's what the people in this industry call distressed countries, where people want out because of the political and economic problems. And as they told me this morning at Fogo de Chão, Brazil and, of course, Venezuela are the two major candidates in Latin America right now.
Yeah, and both in deep trouble economically. Craig Copetas in Miami, thank you so much.